Hello, everyone. Welcome to Most Wanted Topics. I'm Kevin, along with Atomic Tommy, broadcasting to you from our studio at Most Wanted Comics here in beautiful Bloomington, Minnesota. It is officially the holiday kickoff. We have had a great fundraising food drive for Veep. We did over 250 pounds of food, and I want to say thank you to everyone who participated by bringing in their non-perishable food items. We brought it over to Veep today. You can see the picture going on of us unloading it at Veep. They were very happy to get it. We were very happy to do it. We're going to feed some hungry people this Thanksgiving. And now it's on to our next, a really fun drive here. We call it Toys and Tushies. Yes, Toys and Tushies. And we do it because the Union Gospel Mission is in need of diapers and wipes for the babies. And also toys for kids to have under the tree. So we're going to do just that. We're going to do toys, food, toys, diapers, and wipes. Toys and Tushies Drive. And that goes from Thanksgiving to December 15th here at Most Wanted Comics. So if you have an unwrapped toy, if you want to buy some diapers and some wipes and bring them to us, the Union Gospel Mission would really appreciate it. And so that's going to be our drive for Christmas. Atomic Tommy, how you doing today?
Excited for the holidays, man. We're getting in the spirit. We're feeling it.
Yeah, Thanksgiving this week. On Thursday is Thanksgiving. I can't wait to eat turkey and watch football, relax, and then set up the Christmas tree and then get all things festive for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
You're already been on it, though. We had this debate before, but you're already ready for Christmas.
Yep, we got the lights set up. We got the tree. We're cooking now.
Yeah, that's all good, man. As I tell you what, let's talk about some housekeeping here. Let's talk about the comics that came out this past week and what you liked about them, and let's go from there.
Yeah, so let's start with the comics. This past week was, again, one of those off weeks for me where, not a lot that I read came out. So I was just kind of cherry picking stuff that I was like, that looks kind of interesting. I did pick a couple of books, though, the first one being Speed Force #1. Now, I really like the characters featured in this book. Avery Ho, the Flash of China, and Wallace West, the New 52 Flash. I actually really like these characters. They're more like Rebirth-esque characters. Wallace West was in the New 52, but he really didn't do anything until Rebirth. And but honestly, I don't really think this book does them justice. Really, it wasn't bad, but I think these characters could have been just done a little used a little bit better. It does a nice job tying into the current Flash run and everything going on with Wally. Overall, it was a pretty average book. Nothing to write home about, but nothing too terrible.
Speed Force, though. Speed
Force, yeah.
There you go.
Right there. And the next book, G.I. Joe, number 301. I don't have too much to say about it. People who like G.I. Joe are probably really going to like this book. It is really good. Larry Hama is really talented. Yep, so that definitely legend comes through on this book. But I'm somebody who doesn't really care too much about G.I. Joe. So for me, it's like, it doesn't do anything for me like Transformers did. But it's not bad. So if you like G.I. Joe, pick this book up. You'll probably enjoy it.
For sure you're going to like it if you like G.I. Joe. And just remember, all the hype has been about G.I. Joe because they're coming out. Duke and Cobra are coming out. It's a great kickoff. Larry Hama, the icon, of course, wrote this one. So I highly recommend, if you haven't read it, to read it. It's not terrible. It's pretty good. It's a good way to kick off the new G.I. Joe drive with the book. So it definitely didn't suck. It was awesome. And yeah, I think G.I. Joe and Transformers are going to be a big hit.
Yeah. I think Transformers right now, at least until Duke, they did a little preview of Duke in Transformers #2. And Duke looks pretty good. It was a nice setup. Again, that's a character I don't really know anything about, so I'm interested into it.
Well, we'll have to ask. We're coming in today. We're bringing in the Mighty Mafu. He's going to be talking some toys.
We should have. We'll have him on. We'll have him read the book, and we'll tell him, how accurate it is to the character.
Yeah, we're gonna have. When Duke comes out, he's definitely gonna give us his take on the book.
Yep.
And he'll let us know if it sucks or not. He is not afraid to tell us how he feels. So
he is not.
He might blow it up. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a couple honorable mentions. Two books that came out this week. I don't have them with me, but I figured I'd mention them. Aliens #1 and Outsiders #1. Two books that are that were pretty good, pretty interesting. Aliens is one of those sort of niche titles in the Marvel Universe that some people really like, but a lot of people forget exists. And that had a new #1 this past week. That was kind of fun.
I haven't even read it yet. I got to read it. I love Aliens.
Outsiders #1, Batwoman, The Outsiders, they're back for a new title, a new run. That was pretty fun. So, hey, if you're looking for something to read, check those out too.
Is it a big week for Thanksgiving week? What's coming out? I don't even know.
You know, it is quite the week.
Really?
On the DC end, we have Batman Off-World #1, done by the amazing Jason Aaron and local star Doug Mankey.
Oh yeah, Jason Aaron. I mean,
that'll
what
be
a team that's going to be.
Oh yeah, that'll be a fun one. Another
great artist, great writer, man.
Yep. Another book is Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong #2. Absolutely love #1. #2 drops Tuesday, so we'll be checking that out. As for Marvel, Carnage #1, new Carnage run. That'll be sweet. We got Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars Battle World #1. That's a long title, but that'll be pretty sweet too. They're hyping that one up. So
do we know the creative team on that, or do we not look?
Okay, I did not look.
But we do know Jason Aaron and Mankey together should make a good team.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that. That combo will be good. So yeah, okay. So we do have some books coming out this week for Thanksgiving. Also, I want to mention before we bring Mafu on to talk about the toys, December 2nd, Eric Burnham, a good friend of Most Wanted Comics, will be coming down here. He'll also be on the podcast as well as signing autographs for everybody who wants to come and get their Saturday morning cartoons signed, because he's doing the series for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He also did the G.I. Joe, the Saturday morning specials.
Saturday morning adventures.
Excuse me. But the Saturday morning series that he's been doing is awesome, and I really like it. So if you want to get a couple of books, we have them here at Most Wanted Comics. Have Eric Burnham sign them. He'd be happy to do it. He's going to be here. And then, wow, this is going to fly by. Christmas is going to be here before we know it.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be open on Tuesdays after Thanksgiving now for holiday hours. So then we'll be open Tuesday through Sunday instead of Wednesday through Sunday. So those of you that are like, man, I wish I could get there on Tuesday, now's your chance, because right after Thanksgiving, to get all your holiday shopping done, we are going to be open Tuesday through Sunday. So that's all our housekeeping.
Oh, one more thing. If you're watching this before Thanksgiving, we will be closed on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes,
just
we do celebrate the holiday. So yeah, if you're watching this the day before Thanksgiving or on Thanksgiving, we are not open on Thursday the 23rd. But Black Friday, we might as well talk about that since we brought up Thanksgiving. Black Friday, we're at 25% off all our toys and sports cards and non-sports cards. And then we're also going to be doing 50% off. That's right, 50% off trade paperbacks and hardcovers. And then we got some other surprises as we get near the holidays, but those are the big ones. We will have a bench warmer blowout, too. We'll have some stuff on our bench that we're blowing out, too. So make sure you stop by it. And that's also good on Small Business Saturday. So our sale is going to go from Black Friday to Small Business Saturday. So, but we will be closed on Thanksgiving the 23rd. So with that, Tommy, we're going to take a break with you. We're going to bring in the Mighty Mafu here and talk some toys, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, with us is the Mighty Mafu, coming to claps for the toy expert of Most Wanted Comics and go-to guy for anything vintage, especially 80s, which is right in your wheelhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Mafu, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
You're happy to be here? You're in the Christmas spirit?
Oh, yeah. Already. I watched Christmas Vacation.
What are you going to put in the box? Are you going to help give diapers and wipes, or are you going to give toys?
Toys.
What kind of toys are we going to throw in for those kids for Christmas? So
G.I. Joe Classified Series.
G.I. Joe, we're going to give some classified series to some kids. I tell you what, that's going to be exciting. Hey, you know what? We have some toys in the store we have to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
And I want you to introduce them. We picked up a couple of vintage things as well as some new G.I. Joe classifieds. But let's talk about some vintage Star Wars first. Mafu, why don't you lead us off here?
First figure is the very rare Brown Snake Yoda variation that came out in the Empire Strikes Back. Now, in the Return of the Jedi line, the Yoda figure did come with a brown snake and a darker color tone. This is the Empire Strikes Back version. This is the rarest version of Yoda because it was released in low quantities in the 80s, the Empire Strikes Back line, and it's a repaint of the original Star Wars figure, at least the snake.
Yeah, what was the original color?
So the original snake was a light orange.
Yes.
This is a dark brown. And this is really rare. This figure, I would say, is right up there with the Rocket Fire and Boba Fett. And
I wouldn't
the,
say
blue...
Rocket Fire Boba Fett, but I'd say it's one of the rarer ones.
Yeah.
The
And
Rocket Fire is in a league of its own. So
exactly. And the blue snaggletooth that came in the Creature Cantina playset.
That's also super rare. This isn't as rare as that, but it is rare.
Exactly.
Rare.
Especially it's rare on card.
Rare on card. I will give you that. Yep, rare to find on a card. We have it here at Most Wanted Comics, so make sure you stop in and check it out. Mafu, let's talk about the other one.
All right. Next up is a 1978-1979 vintage Princess Leia action figure. Now, it did come out on the early bird set that also came with Luke, R2-D2, and Chewbacca. But it was also released on card with the rest of the figures like Han and and 3PO. And, you know, on the back, it has other figures from the line, like the original Snaggletooth, the short one, the red.
Yeah.
Greedo, the Death Star droid.
Hammerhead was my favorite from that first wave. I loved Hammerhead. I just thought it was cool with the royal blue vest, and he was just a cool figure to have all around. And then of course the Gonk droid and Greedo and all those guys.
Han shot first.
Han shot first.
Yes, but, at least in the original version.
So yeah, you tell you what, here you go. Couple of vintage. We also have some other Star Wars figures, but just thought we'd bring out a couple of cool Star Wars figures to talk about. So let's get these out of the way and talk about what else we have in the shop.
Which is G.I. Joe Classifieds. First one is the new G.I. Joe Classified 6-inch gun ho. This is stylized to look like the original figure. He has that light aqua blue vest with the backpack, and he just looks like the original toy other than the original classified version.
I like Gung Ho. I think it's a cool figure.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
We have the new Desert Commando Snake Eyes. This is a new version of Snake Eyes, and this is really cool for if you're going to do summer toy photography, like in the desert. And he comes with a lot of the accessories that the original Snake Eyes did. He comes with his backpack, his sword, his sheath, his grenade pack. The Uzi came with the exclusive version, his knife, and his pistol and silencer. And he borrowed the sword from the Red Ninja and his backpack.
Okay, cool. So this is not modeled off of vintage.
No.
Nope, this is a new series to Classified. I like it. It's pretty cool. Anything Snake Eyes is always popular with G.I. Joe.
Any version.
That's right.
And then the G.I. Joe Classified series Grunt. This figure in the original line came out in 1982. He was kind of generic. I mean, he looks like he came out of the Vietnam War, and he just was a generic army builder.
Just an army guy.
Yeah. And this new one, he comes with his M16 with scope, which is not an accessory. It's molded on there. And a magazine, the classic G.I. Joe laser rifle that was in the Sumbo cartoon. It is awesome.
Grunt you like the Grunt?
Yeah.
You can't have too many grunts, too, especially if you're building a G.I. Joe
Exactly.
force.
And then he comes with a Steel Brigade head, so he is truly an army builder just like the good old days. His backpack, his pistol, a knife, and his little computer that can flip up his chest, flip down. Because it's molded on there and it can flip down so he can look at it.
Awesome.
It is awesome.
Yeah, Grunt's a cool piece. I like it.
And then finally, Bazooka. Now, this is the one that looks like the original one. Now, they did release the Tiger Force version, which I have, but the Tiger Force version just doesn't really cut it. This
This looks like the original,
Exactly.
the original classic G.I. Joe figure.
Even though, yes, the Tiger Force one did come out in the 80s, this one is the one that everybody knows. It's the one that everybody loves. And on the back, he has his accessories. He comes with a rocket, 4 rockets, I should say. His helmet, his rocket launcher, and a backpack to carry them all. Came out in 1985, the original figure did, and his rockets were molded onto his backpack, so you can't really take them off and pose them. Now you can.
Okay, so it's an improvement from the 85 figure.
Yes, which is better because, with the original one, you had some cutbacks.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You love to do toy photography.
Oh, yeah.
So now you can pose Bazooka any way you want. You can have them shooting rockets. You have loose rockets. It's not molded onto the pack.
Exactly.
Perfect. So anybody who wants a Bazooka with weapons, I tell you what, this is the one to get right here. We have them in stock in Most Wanted Comics. And now...
Oh, this is really awesome.
It's time for a personal show and tell by the
Yes.
Mighty Mafu. This is from his vintage collection.
This is something from my own personal collection. I recently got this. This is one I've been hunting for a very long time. It is the vintage 1983 G.I. Joe Skystriker.
Pretty cool.
This sucker is awesome. He comes with a lot of accessories. He comes with missiles. He comes with the classic G.I. Joe removable engine caps.
I'm showing the missiles right now.
Which was common for almost every G.I. Joe vehicle. They had a removable engine cap. This one came with Ace, the fighter pilot.
Which is in there.
Yep. And there were 2 variations on the Skystriker's seats. The early version came with 2 parachutes that if you open up the canopy, took out one of the seats, toss it up, then the parachute would eject and the figure would float. And then the later version only had 1 parachute on one of the seats. And you know what's awesome about this?
Tell me what's cool about this.
It's the feature that can close the wings and open up the wings.
Oh,
so
that's
now,
sweet. So you can land it on the aircraft carrier.
Exactly. In the open position. I've never really understood why the open position ejected the landing gear when the closed wing should eject the landing gear. That's kind of something that I thought, could have done better.
Okay.
But overall, it is really cool.
It is a really cool piece. I love this piece. When I was a kid, I had this piece. It's fun that you have it now. It's fun that you found it again in the wild. It's fun that you have it. I had it when I was a kid. I wish I would have not had a broken one to pass down. So I'm glad you found one in good shape that you can have on display. It is a cool piece. It's one of my favorites. I always like that. Man, with the his tank too. I love the his.
Oh,
I played the heck out of the his tank when I was a kid with the Cobra.
This can go up against the Cobra Rattler and
The Rattler
Wild
was a cool
Weasel.
plane. The Rattler, I don't know. I mean, between this and the Rattler, I had them both. The Rattler was a pretty sweet plane.
Yeah, these 2 are aerial dogfight companions. These 2 will go together in a dogfight. These 2.
This guy knows his stuff, folks. I tell you what, he's
Yeah.
here. If you ever see him, you have questions about 80s toys, this is the guy to ask right now. Mafu, this is great show and tell. I appreciate you bringing this on here today.
It was fun.
Of course, we'll have more to talk about as we bring in more toys to the store. So thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
And look forward to more show and tell from my own personal collection. There might be some more upcoming.
There might be some more surprises.
Yeah, because you never know what the Mighty Mafu will bring to the table.
Sounds good. All right, Mafu, thanks for stopping by. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
I tell you what, man, that Mafu has a lot to say.
He does.
He's not shy about talking about the toys he's passionate about. I tell you what, you get him into Star Wars and G.I. Joe, that kid is passionate about his toys, and you don't mess around with him. He knows what he's doing. But no, we're happy to have him in the store. He did a great job. Tommy, what are you most looking forward to about Thanksgiving?
Stuffing.
Stuffing, that's the one, huh?
Yep.
What about football?
It depends who's playing.
Ugh. Does any football is good football. especially on Thanksgiving.
That's debatable.
That's
Debatable.
We'll keep it going here. You guys all have a happy Thanksgiving out there. Eat lots of turkey. Be thankful. We're all here. There's a lot more to come after Thanksgiving, so stay tuned. If you like this, please like us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate you following us. Make sure you also like us on Facebook as well as the YouTube channel here. And you guys all have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you after, everybody.